Hello, beautiful people. I hope you are well. I am popping on here to do a quick little video for this time of year. It is a very sacred time of year for those who choose to work with it or believe in it. It's around our Halloween and Samhain time of year. So Samhain is Celtic and has to do with the high autumn season, related to when the full moon is, related to the harvesting, the last harvests that tend to happen in the more northern areas, and also related to the end of the season, the end of the big growth phase, as nature comes back down, as nature goes back into the earth, the leaves fall, the plants settle themselves back into the earth, the animals are getting ready for the colder area in the northern hemisphere, for the colder phase in the northern hemisphere. So some people like me, we're in an area where we get full-on winter. We will be frozen in a little while. We will most likely have snow. But before then, we go into the phase of the dark phase of the year, end of October and November, where we get these holidays, these festivities that can include costumes and pumpkins with candles and candy, but can also include sacredness and connection with spirit and connection with ancestors from all different backgrounds of belief systems, looking at light in the dark, looking at the value of the dark, the value of the light. It all plays together. So let's pull a couple of cards. So on my desk here, I have a whole bunch of different decks. I've got 10 different decks, oracle cards, tarot cards. Let's pull a couple and see what they want to tell us about this upcoming phase. We're a week before Halloween, and so it's a perfect time to be checking in. Let's go. So take a deep breath, connect in with yourself. What do you want to know about? What ideas do you need to reflect on? What feelings are happening within your own body, your intuition, your heart, your gut? What signs have you been receiving? Who would you like to connect to on your spirit team? Those who have passed over, ancestors, family members, friends, but also perhaps more divine beings or elemental beings that are there to help and work with you as you journey as a human through this wild, adventurous life of ours. Take a deep breath and let's pull a couple cards. So I'm going to lay out two cards. The first one's going to be from the Gateway Oracle Cards by Denise Linn. Shuffle these. I'm going to lay out two cards and then we'll see how we do. We'll see where we go from there. Trying not to make this too long a video, and those who know me know that I can talk. Once I get doing readings, there are so many layers and levels and beautiful connections that can come through. So the second deck that wants to talk this evening or this late afternoon where I am is the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Very appropriate for this time of year, but I have been using it all year and I find it fascinating. So laying out the second card there. So I've got these two cards. So from the Gateway Oracle for this Halloween Samhain phase, and of course for those in the Southern Hemisphere, you're heading into your full-on springtime. So it's a different energy, but feel welcome to celebrate Halloween if you want to. It's just going to feel different because you're at a very different time of year. So from the Gateway Oracle cards, manifesting dreams. Woohoo! Manifesting dreams. Love this card. So here we have my dreams are coming true with an exclamation point. That's the affirmation. But look at the card. It's an autumnal card. It's a fall card. It's a harvest card. So you have this beautiful big tree that is changing colors. It's got the oranges. You've got the crops that are changing into these golden yellows, and you have your harvest basket right there. So I was out doing that earlier today. We might have frost tonight, so I've covered some of our plants that still have vegetables on them, and I've pulled some other green tomatoes, brought them in so they can ripen a little bit. What are you looking to harvest for yourself? For some people, this is a real new year. It's a setting up as we go into that dark phase, that kind of death, quote unquote, phase of the year. Before we get into the quiet and the rest of winter, we have these harvest But it can also be really good to look ahead to the year and say, what am I looking for? What have I already planted? What have I harvested? What would I like to plant in order to harvest? So you could look back on your year and say, what did I plant and how did it come about? What am I harvesting right now? What is in my energy being harvested? Do I love it? Do I want to keep it? Do I want more of it? Or do I want to change it? Do I want to change the crops? Do I want to change the plants? Do I want to change the harvest? Knowing that you can do a letting go and a welcoming in at the same time with this card, because it's manifesting dreams in a fall season, in an autumn season, in a harvest season card. Let me put it closer so you can have a really good look at it. Okay, what are the dreams you want to manifest now and in the future? What dreams are coming true? Woohoo! Second card from the Halloween Oracle is the Lamp, and it's a card of remembrance. What a perfect card to come in as we talk about, as we set up into this Halloween Samhain phase. So it's the lamp, and it says remembrance. So what we see is this window. We see our jack-o'-lantern, our pumpkin carved with a candle in it, and then we have a lamp with, of course, the lamp light in it. So this phase can be a window into what? Into remembering family, into remembering ancestors, into remembering what was here before. It can also be a window into what are you looking for? What are you wanting to manifest? What are you already harvesting? What are the signs and the signals and the connections that you're going to get as the veil thins? You can do this all year, of course, but some believe that at this point in the year, the veil is at its thinnest, meaning that our connection as a human to chat to the divine, the spirits, spirit as an entity, universal wisdom, great spirit, great mystery, infinite wisdom, all of these different terms that to me are all variations of the same thing. They give you an opportunity with this window to connect more, to converse more. Maybe there are spirits that you really want to chat to. And in the remembrance, those ancestors can come in. And you can look at what are family lines and family cycles that I've worked with, that I'm ready to let go of, or that I need to shift and change for myself and for others in my family. What is the remembrance of the value of what people brought before me and how I'm working with it, creating with it, allowing it, or saying, I get it and I understand, and now I'm ready to shift and move on in new and dynamic ways. Remembrance, the lamp. So maybe you need to light a lamp for yourself as the nights get darker, as it gets cooler, depending on where you are. Maybe you need to light a candle. Maybe you need to light a lamp or to put a jack-o'-lantern ready to go. And why would you do that? To remind yourself of whatever it is you need to remember. Your own personal power, what you're letting go of, allowing that light, that fire to do its job to help you to release, while you're also looking at what do you want to manifest, what are those dreams you want to bring in. Maybe you need that fire to keep you warm a bit if things are topsy-turvy or chaotic or challenging. Allow yourself to look at it. And remember to bring some fun into the dark, to bring some fun into the seriousness of this season, but also some fun with it and some exploration of what does that mean for me? If it's kind of fun, if it maybe has that spooky nature, but also has that deep connection with spirit and with what that means for you. I love those two cards together. How interesting. Let me show them to you again. Manifesting dreams and the lamp. Remembrance. Okay. I've also seen a few posts, and it's coming to me as a reminder as we have this remembrance. I've seen a few posts by different people about the history and the history of women around these times, and how people, of course, were misunderstood or taken advantage of or plain old sacrificed because of belief in herbs or care or being helpful when women need to give birth, or by sharing property or owning property, or any of these things that could be connected with the quote-unquote witch aspect. So whether that's something that is in your energy or your desire or your way of being or not, you could look at a remembrance of why could that be important to you? What is important for you to notice about that? Shed a light, light a candle, notice what comes up for yourself, and allow that to expand into the dark that comes of this season, because it's also high harvest, it's high autumn, and there's a real value in what we can harvest together through this. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for tuning in. And this is what it's like also when I have events in person and online, that we have a chance to chat. And of course, it gets more personal by whoever's there, their own energy, their own needs, our conversations together. It's wonderful. It's amazing. I am honored always to bring these connections and to work with the cards and the energies and guides and spirit that come with it. Wishing you well. This is Sheila Bicknell, BlueWater Oracle. Until next time, take care. Ciao.